Today I want to talk about what to do when you get stuck in your business, and you can use the same process to get unstuck as well in your life. Thank you very much for joining to another episode of Explode Your Expert Business Show. And today I want to talk about more about like a thought process that I've used and I use every single time I get stuck somewhere. Sometimes it can be I get stuck in my business. Sometimes I get stuck in my personal life. And when you are in that situation, when you've tried maybe 100 different things and nothing is working, or you know that you can see a pattern that is repeating consistently, whether it's lack of clients, whether it's lack of sales, whether it's lack of leads, whether it's a bad relationship with your team members, whether it's getting stuck in the creation of a new funnel or product and services, whenever you're finding this type of situation in the business world or in the personal life, stuck in a personal relationship, or in your health and fitness, or in the spiritual practices that you can do to help yourself mentally and spiritually and physically at the same time, then it sucks when you're there, because we all see that sometimes we think, oh, I've done everything I can. But it's not true. I personally believe that the universe, God, call it whatever you want, will never give us a challenge that we can't handle. That's what I believe, that I'm capable to face every single thing that comes on my way. Now, is it easy? No. Hell no. Is it challenging? Oh, yes. But is it necessary to do in order to grow? Absolutely yes. And this is why I'm really passionate about this topic, and I want to share with you a quick process that I use to get unstuck, or at least to start the thought processes and the actions that can help me find different solutions and they can help me find different alternatives. Now, sometimes the first time you do something and the first thing that comes up, I just want to give you the disclaimers first. When you use this process, sometimes the first things that comes up might not be the things that you're going to do, but it's the first thing that you need in order to get to the thing that is going to be the one that you're going to do to get unstuck. Hope that makes sense. Hope that this makes sense to everyone right now. So let's get started with the process. So it's made with 4 steps. And the first step that you can use is, first of all, thinking about, why is this important to me? Because sometimes we can get stuck in maybe in business or in our personal life, and we can get stuck, and it's difficult then to move forward. But first of all, we need to realize, is this very thing really important for me? Why is this important for me? And as long as you can find a very solid justification that these things that you're banging your head against the wall is really important for you, then that's fine. It's worth doing it. But sometimes, while exploring the why, I can immediately see that the things that I'm getting annoyed, that gets me frustrated, that gets me annoyed, is not the thing that I actually want. Is not the thing that is important to me. And maybe just for a moment I've been following someone else's dream, I've been following someone else's agenda, or I've been got sidetracked from what's really important to me because I was following like a shiny object, and I was like, oh my god, I really need to have this. And now I've overcomplicated my life. Now I have overcomplicated my business. And so it becomes incredibly difficult to then manage that situation. So that's the very first thing. That's understand. Why is this important for you? Why is this important for you? So then the second thing, once you've identified that actually that very thing is important for you, is important for your growth, is important for your business, is important for who you are as a person, then the second thing is to see what is the thing that is missing for that particular thing that you want to work. So for example, I give you this as a brilliant example. I've been stuck not stuck, but I have a personality, by tendency, that I respond to things that are really urgent. And I respond to things that are, and everything most of the time in my life is done last minute. It will be done well, but it will be done last minute. And so that doesn't work really well if I have great plans, so there are other people involved in the plan. Now that we have a much larger team, that trait of my personality is not serving the people that I'm working with, and definitely is not serving myself, and it's not serving the company. And so one of the goals that I had was to be able to work out regularly, consistently, at least a minimum of 4 times a week. Now, very simple goal. I mean, the obvious solution is just get your ass out of the gym. And that's the very simple solution. Now, the reality is I tended to prioritize everything else and say yes to other commitments instead of taking my ass to the gym. So, what can I do to create an environment around me that can support me in getting that extra accountability? So what I realized when I asked myself the second question, is this important for you? Yes, absolutely. Why is this important for me? Because I want to be able to become a great basketball player. First of all, I want to say hi to Haslam, Emma, Faith, thank you very much for joining. So first of all, it's important for me because I want to become a great basketball player. And I want to play in the main team and become a part of the main, the starting 5 on my basketball team. And why is it important for me? Because I absolutely love basketball and it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel happy. It makes me forget about everything else when I play. And then what is missing for me to keep to my commitment, I realized that it's missing external accountability. And the other things that were missing was another indoor space where I could play when outside is raining. And another things I realized it was missing is the ability to say yes to this particular thing and say no to others. So to refuse another speaking engagement that could come up in the morning where I could do that extra workout. So these were the things that were missing. Now, then I asked myself, and when I identify the things that are missing, I ask also myself the third question, which is, what resources do I have right now to start bringing some of the things that are missing for that particular thing to work, and what resources do I have right now? And this comes down to a personal belief that I have, which is everything is around us at all time. Everything is already there. I don't need to invent anything, I don't need to find anything, I don't need to create anything, everything is already there. It just needs to be tapped into by me, it just needs to be discovered by me, and whether it's on a consciousness level, whether it's because I need more knowledge that I can then tap into what's already there. Because the moment I can see it and I can get it, I can tap into it. And so then I asked myself, what do I have at my disposal? Well, I know a great person, which used to play basketball with me, who now is a personal trainer. So he's a basketball coach and personal trainer. That's brilliant. And so that would solve the problem of accountability. I pay someone so I'm even more accountable, and I now want to make my return. So I pay that person in advance so then they can help me out. And I can keep myself more accountable instead of postponing and getting other priorities in. And so by asking myself the third question, what do I already have around me? That gives me an idea of, first of all, it reinforces the concept that everything that I want is just there. It's just a hand reach. Just need to tap into it. And secondly, it makes me use the resources that I already have, the connections that I have, what God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, has already given to me, because the universe will never give me something that I can handle, and it will always give me the resources I need to handle it. And sometimes the resources are built up if you're looking back and you are connecting the dots. Then you will see that the resources that you have right now, they were prepared before to help you overcome this challenge. It's fascinating. But sometimes when we are in it, it's very difficult to see what's the obvious answer. So then that's why I ask myself those questions. That's how I use this process. Sometimes it can be done on paper. Sometimes it's done internally in my mind. Actually, most of the time, maybe I'm on the tube or I'm cycling, and I ask myself those questions in my mind. And so once I identify now the things I'm going to do, what do I have? I make one commitment, pick one choice, and execute it immediately. I take action immediately, like straight away. As soon as I have the thought, now I'm engrossed in the thought process, the energy is building up, I'm reaching out. Because I know that the moment I am putting something else or I'm thinking about something else, this very thing, which is still really important for me, maybe now is not urgent anymore and doesn't become a priority for me anymore. And so that's why, for example, I hired a personal trainer and I had my first personal training session today. Now, could I use that money somewhere else? Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, it's something that is really important for me. It's something that is going to have long-term health benefits because now I'm working out consistently at least 4 times a week. And sometimes I can even go up to 5 times when I have the game day. So I can improve my game, I can improve my fitness, I can improve my health. Is that word like 100 pound or like 40 pound a week, 50 pound a week, 60 pound a week? Yes, it's worth it. And so think about that. What is one thing that you're stuck right now? That's what I want to finish this with. Because we have used this process, like even we were stuck in our business because we weren't, we changed a bit our avatar, our products, our services. We did this process with our team, and now we found a solution, and boom. We had one of the most successful seminars that we had in a while. We had one of the best months that we had in a while. Just because when things unlock and when you find things that click, then now you are in full alignment. And sometimes just finding and fine-tuning what is the thing that will click and will unlock the next step. So think about what you are going through right now. Is that something personal? Is that something business related? Ask yourself, why is this important to you? Once you've asked yourself why it's important to you, then ask yourself what is missing for you to be successful, for that particular thing to happen. Then third, ask yourself, what do you have around you that can make up, that you can use and that you can leverage to make up for those things that are missing for you to be successful and make it happen. And then fourth, take action immediately. Like once you found the answer, boom, just go out there and take the first action. Because as I said, it might not be that the very first action you take is actually the one that it will be the thing that will make that very thing successful, but it's the one that will start the process. So then the next thing will happen, and the next thing will happen, and the next thing will happen, and the next thing will happen. So guys, I hope this was useful for you. Thank you very much for joining me live, for those videos that are live. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast, if you're listening to the recording here on this show. And let me know, what are some of the things that you're stuck on? Or apply this process and let me know your feedback. I want to know how you're using the material that I'm giving you. Because this process will absolutely change your life. It changed mine. It will change yours too. All right, have a fantastic day. If you haven't subscribed to the show, remember to subscribe to the show or like as well my Facebook page. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, join our community, Explode Your Expert Biz community. That's where the magic happens. Every week I release an exclusive training behind the scene for you, so you will absolutely love it. All right, guys, have a fantastic one, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.